Blockbuster could have bought Netflix for $50 million. They laughed and said no. That laugh cost them an empire. This is the $40 late fee mistake that killed Friday night in America. Before Netflix, there was a company so big it practically owned weekends. And it fell, not to force or power, but to a tiny detail everyone ignored. A late fee. $40. Imagine walking into bright aisles, shelves stacked to the ceiling, popcorn in the air, and the thrill of picking the movie. In the late 90s, that feeling had a name: Blockbuster. This wasn't just a company, it was the culture. More than 50 million Americans visited every month. Kids sprinted to new releases, parents negotiated, couples accidentally met in the romance aisle. Simpler times. And behind the magic? A machine. 9,000 plus stores, tens of thousands of employees, billions in annual revenue. The real money wasn't rentals. It was late fees. If you forgot to return a movie, they got richer, hundreds of millions richer, every year. Somewhere else, an ordinary guy named Reed Hastings returns a movie late. At the counter, $40. I'm paying more than the movie's worth? This makes no sense. Annoyance turned into an idea. What if movie rental had no stores, no lines, no late fees, ever? Reed Hastings and Mark Randolph launched Netflix. You pick a movie on the website. It arrives at your door. Keep it as long as you want. Send it back when you're done. Simple, clean, no drama. Investors ignored it. TV ignored it. And Blockbuster? They didn't even blink. We're the giant. They're the mosquito year 2000. Netflix is smart, loved by a small base but bleeding cash. Reed does something bold. He walks into Blockbuster's headquarters with an offer. Buy Netflix for $50 million. We'll run your online. Together, we'll own the future. The response? Laughter. .com is a phase. They escort him out. In that room, Blockbuster signed its own death certificate. If business power plays like this hook you, hit subscribe now so you don't miss the twist that changed the entire entertainment industry. Okay, back to the war. While Blockbuster counted late fees, Netflix studied data. What you watched, when you paused, what you abandoned, what you'd probably want next. Netflix wasn't just shipping DVDs, it was reading human behavior. Blockbuster's move? Charge $3 for being a day late. Two companies, two strategies, one future getting closer. Internet speeds rise, people live on screens. Netflix sees the obvious. The future isn't inside stores, it's inside screens. They launch streaming. No DVDs, no mail, no waiting. Just click watch. Blockbuster tries to copy DVD by mail, even no late fees. But two fatal problems. Identity crisis meets timing. Too little, too late. Netflix explodes. Subscribers, partnerships, tech, algorithms. They're not just streaming, they're predicting taste. Meanwhile, Blockbuster stores go quiet. Empty aisles, dusty shelves, parking lots with two cars. The giant is fading. And just like that, the ruler of Friday night becomes a memory. Netflix isn't done. They realize a brutal truth. If you control entertainment, you control culture. So they flip the playbook, not just hosting content, making it. Originals change everything, not just where we watch, but what, how, and when we watch. Blockbuster today, one store, more museum than business. A postcard from a world that refused to change. Blockbuster didn't lose because Netflix was smarter. They lost because they stopped learning. Comfort bred arrogance. Arrogance ignored data, and data rewrote the future. The world moves. Tech moves. People move. Either you evolve or you get replaced. One small idea can topple a giant. One decision can bend the future. One late fee can start a revolution. If you liked this breakdown and you love seeing how companies rise and why they fall, subscribe to The Business Play. We don't just tell stories, we decode strategy, we study power, we learn how the game is actually played. See you in the next story. Stay sharp. The world changes fast.